Okay. Now from onward, from today's class and onward, now we should start the practical thing of the stats, that is the central tendency. Measure of central tendency or averages. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, this is the first practical topic is average, which is used in each and every other topics of statistics, because average is the most important topic, right? Okay. One of the important objective of the statistical analysis is to determine the various numerical measures which describes the inherent characteristics of frequency distributions. Right? The first of such measure is the average. Okay. This is statistical analysis to determine the various numerical measures, right? Numerical measures which describes the inherent characteristics of frequency distributions. Okay. The averages are measured which condense a huge unwidely set of numerical data into a single numerical value, which are representative of the entire distribution. In the words of Professor R.A. Fisher, the inherent inability of human minds to grasp in its entirely a large body of numerical data compel us to seek relatively few constants that will adequately describe the data. Right? This is what we get some useful result from that data. Right? Average provide us the case that give a bird's view of the huge mass of unwidely numerical data. Averages are the typical value around which other items of the distribution congregate. They are the value which lies between the two extreme observations, smallest and the largest observation of the distribution, and give us the idea about the concentration of the value in the central part of distribution. Accordingly, they are sometimes referred as a measures of central tendency. Okay? Why it is central tendency? Because what is it? Averages are the typical values around which other items of distribution congregate, right? They are values which lies between two extreme observations. This is a value which lies between two extreme observations, right? Now,
I mean, one central value will be there around which other values will be scattered.
yes. Right? Now, the average always lies between smallest value and the largest value. That is why it's called the central value. Right? Now, accordingly, they are sometimes represented. This is clear. This gives the idea of the values in the central part of the distribution. Now, for describing the distribution in concise manner, for the comparative study of the different distribution, for computing various other statistical measures such as dispersion, skewness, kurtosis, various other basic characteristics of mass of data. Right? Averages are sometimes referred as a measure of location, since they are enable us to locate the position or place of distribution in question. Now, see some definitions of this strategy. What do they say about the averages? AL Paulowski. Averages are the statistical constant which enable us to comprehend a single effort the significance of the whole. Right? In a single effort, the significance of the whole. That means complete data को हम उसमें से we find some constant value for complete data so that we can find some finding or result from that constant value. Okay. Similarly, read all this, right? For example, the average is a single value selected from the group values. And single value within the range of the data that is used to represent of the value in the series. Since an average is somewhere within the range of data, it is sometimes called a measure of central values, right? And all this. Now, requisites of good averages. According to Professor Yu, the following data requirements to satisfy the ideal average of central tendency. It should be the rigidly defined. That is, the definition should be the clear and unambiguous so that it led to the one and only one interpretation by different person. In other words, the definition should not leave anything to the discretions of investigator or the observer. It is not rigidly defined, right? So that means it leads to the, data should be the clear and ambiguous so that we can interpret from that data, right? Second, it should be easy to understand and calculate even for non-mathematical person, right? So that means the format should be the easy to understand, right? Third one is, it should be based on all the observations, right? So that we can consider all the observations to compute the average. That is
because it is representing the whole values.
Yes. Right? It should be ideal to take all these values, but in average, there is some averages in that we can't use the whole complete data. We use only some part, right? That is the other thing. Okay. Next, it should be the suitable for the further mathematical treatment. Whatever we use, whatever we find in mathematical form, in the statistical, like average, whatever we find, it can further it, we can use. That means the value which comes, we can use it for the further calculation also, right? Similarly, it should be affected as little as possible by fluctuation of sampling, right? If data is fluctuate, but it less effective by fluctuation, you can take that, right? It should be not be affected by much extreme observations, right? Now, various methods of this. And the following, there are the 5 measures. First is arithmetic mean or simply mean. Second, median. And other positional averages. If you can mention it. Median is a positional average. Median is positional average, right? Second, this median is positional average. So second is median or other positional averages. Third mode. Next, geometric mean, GM. Next, harmonic mean, HM. Any question? Any question?
Sir, median is positional average. Then geometric mean does it is also an positional.
No, positional average is only the median and other position average. See, I haven't mentioned this positional average here. Otherwise, median is a positional average, as well as there are some other positional averages. So when we start this median, at that time, I'll tell you about the other positional average also.
Okay, sir.
Right? Now, is it clear? No. Let
Yes, sir.
one by one. Okay, fine. First, arithmetic mean. In short form, we write it as a AM, arithmetic mean. Right? Okay. Now we have already done type of data, right? First of all, we have three types of data, or we can say we broadly classified data in two ways. First is ungrouped data. Second one is group data. Right? Ungrouped data and group data. Ungrouped data. Generally, we can say ungrouped data, or we can say individual series. Right? Individual series means that individual number. Right? That means the data which represents individual quantity, individual name, that is called the ungrouped data. For example, see in this example, arithmetic mean of given set of observation is the sum divided by the number of observation. For example, arithmetic mean of these number is this, right? See, in this 5, these number 5, 8, 15, these. This is, let me take, this is the marks of 5 students, right? For example, Sonu got 5 marks, Monu got 8 marks, Rohan got 10 marks, Sohan got 15 marks, Sahil got 24, Arif 28, right? So that means individual name, right? All these individuals got these marks. So that's why we call this is as a individual series. Got it? Got it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, very clear.
Now, so generally, the formula for the individual series is sum of all observations divided by number of observations. Sum of all observations divided by total number of observations. Right? See, in this example, we have 6 observations. First is 5, then 8, then 10, 15, 24, and 28, right? Now, I said the formula for the mean is sum of all observation divided by total number of observations. In these, there are 6 observations. So the total number of observations is 6, right? In numerator, sum of all observations. Sum of all observation means sum of all these numbers, 5, 8, 10, 12, 28, right? So we add all these 6 observations divided by 6. Addition of this comes to be the 90. Divided by 6, it comes to be 15. So average is 15. Is that clear? Clear?
Sir, the arithmetic mean is 15. That means this number lies in the middle of this series. It is somewhere between 10 to 15, or it will be 15 years.
Somewhere between 5 and 28. Between 5 and 28. Least number is 5 and maximum number is 28. So that 15 lies between these two extreme values, 5 and 28. Clear? Is that clear?
सर क्लियर सर यहाँ पे एक क्वेश्चन है ये जो इंडिविजुअल नंबर ये इन्वॉल्व इन अनग्रुप डेटा
Yes. Yes, these are the ungrouped. There is no group formation in this example. So this type of data is called the ungrouped data or individual series.
ओके सर
Got it?
यस सर गॉट इट
Okay. Now, 15, first of all, 15, this is the average. We call the mean or average. This is 15 for this data. 15 lies between somewhere between 5 and 28, right? So this value is generally the centrally located value of 5 and 28, right? Because 5 and 20 is the extreme values. So 15 is somewhere centrally located value between these two data, right? Clear? Now, second thing, this means if we replace 5 by 15, 8 by 15, 10 by 15, 15 by, that means if we replace all the values by 15, if we replace all the values by 15, the sum of all values of 15 plus equals to sum of these observations. Sum of these observation is what? 90. Sum of these observation is 90.
Yeah.
yes
Right? If we add
Yes,
these
sir.
numbers, it comes to 90. If we replace all the numbers by 15, then obviously the sum is also the same, that is 15. Clear? So in journal, there are n observations. We name it x1, x2, x3 up to xn. Right? These are the n observations. Now their mean is arithmetic mean is denoted by this x bar. Right? Mean is denoted by x bar. X bar is what? Sum of all these numbers divided by total number of observations. Sum of all number is what? x1, x2, x3 up to xn upon number of observations. But there are total n observations, so we divide it by n. Yeah. No. Averages of this. No. One thing more. These are what? x1, x2, xn up to xn. we write it as a summation of x. Right?
So this symbol is average or
This is
No, this is a summation.
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 Yes.
Okay.
This is a sigma sign, Greek word sigma sign, right? So it denotes summation. Summation means sum of all. Summation, sum, right?
okay, sir.
X means yes, sigma x is summation of x, right? That means sum of all the individual values. Sum of all values. Summation means sum of all values. Now come to this group data. Group data is what? Observations. And this is frequencies. Right? X and F. We write it as a formula is summation of fx upon summation of f. Summation of fx upon summation of f. Right? See. Example this 5.1. The intelligence quotients IQs of the 10 boys in the class are given below. Find mean IQ. So there are 10 boys, IQ test of 10 boys. So we have 10 observations. So mean is sum of all observations divided by number of observations. We add all these 10 values, then divide it by 10. We get the mean value. Right? Now,
Sir, this x bar is equal to summation of x divided by 9 is equal to 1 by 10. This 1 comes from where?
1 by 10, 1 is leave it, no issue for the 1 because if you multiply 1 by this number should be same. So that's why they only write.
Oh, acha. Number of times the value is occurring.
हाँ वो ऊपर अगर 1 नहीं भी लिखोगे within a bracket. That is same thing, right?
Because अगर 70 दो बार होता तो 70 to 2 होता है.
हाँ.
अच्छा ठीक. वो सभी तो जितना भी वेरिएबल्स है सभी तो एक मर्तबा है. Not more one, not more.
ये 1 का कोई इस 1 का कोई मतलब नहीं है, वो ब्रैकेट में लिख दिए से बाहर.
हाँ ठीक.
Okay. Now in the second example, the following is the frequency distribution of the number of telephone calls received in 244 successive 1-minute interval at an exchange. Obtain the mean number of calls per minute. Right? First is given number of calls per minute, 0 calls, frequency 14, right? 1 call per minute is 21. 2 calls per minute, 25. 3 calls per minute is 43. And all this, right? So given is X is number of calls, frequency always frequency that is S. Right? Now this is group series. Right? This is X, what we required. And this is Fx.
Sir, fx means यहाँ पे
हम निकालेंगे Fx.
Okay.
X को और Fx को मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे हम, वो निकालेंगे. ठीक है?
0 into 14, 1 into
0 into
21,
14.
1 into 21.
0 आ गया.
Plus.
1 into 21. 21 आ गया.
Sir, number of call into frequency.
Fx. F1, X1, F2, X2 plus F3, X3.
Yes.
यहाँ तक क्लियर है बेटा?
Yes, sir.
ठीक है, ये सारे नंबर निकाल
Very clear,
दिए,
very clear.
मल्टीप्लाई करके नंबर निकाल दिए, देन दिस इज समेशन ऑफ fx. Summation of fx is total of these numbers 0 plus 21 plus 9, 50 plus 129, all this. It comes to be 922.
Okay.
Similarly, frequency of f का total and 245. So average is summation of x divided by n or summation of f, that is same thing. Divide करेंगे, we got the itni cost. Clear?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Step division method. Is that clear? Is that clear, da? Hello?
Yes, sir, clear.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now come to this step division method. See. Now, in this method, there is two type of step, not as two type. This is they written as a step division. There is one shortcut method, right? So almost shortcut and step division is almost same. Only the difference is division of class size. That's it, right? The first one they have written in. This is we called shortcut method, right? So what is the shortcut method or division method? We say, see in this what we call as, let d is equals to x minus a. D is equals to x minus a. A is a assuming. A is a assuming. Right? So the formula for this is x bar is a plus summation of fd by n. This capital N is always the sum of all frequency. That means summation of it. Clear? Clear? No. Is that clear, beta?
Yes, sir, it is clear.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Take class.
No. That is x bar is equals to a plus summation of fd by n. This formula is a much more convenient to use in the numerical problem. In general, step division method is d is x minus a upon h. So for the formula for the x bar is equals to a plus h into summation of fd by n. Right? Now, see. Let me do this.
Sir, yep. H means?
H means class size. Class size.
Okay.
In the question में भी बताता हूँ. See. Let me take this example, right? In this example, calculate the mean for the following distribution. Marks is given. See, in this range is given. This type of data is called the continuous series in the group distribution, right? See, the first mark is 0 to 10, number of students is 6, 10 to 25, 30 to 20, and so on like this, right? We have to find the mean using direct formula or by step division method, right? In each case, answer is same, right? Answer should be same in for both in this case, right? Now, computation of arithmetic mean. See, we have written this formula. A marks, जो दिया हुआ है 0 to 10, all this thing up to 670. Number of students, that is frequency. Frequency we write at F, right? वो सब लिख दिए 6, 5, 8, 59, 60. Clear? Now, first is where, because in this there is range given, variable is in the form of range. So for the calculation, we need a single value, right? To get the single value, we find the class mark. Class mark is what? Class mark is a lower limit plus upper limit divided by 2. Lower limit plus upper limit divided by 2, right? See, lower limit is 0, upper limit is 10. That's 5. 5 आ गया.
Over 0 minus 10 by mid value.
0 minus 10 is 0 to 10.
0 to 10, yes.
Yes. The range is given as 0 to 10. Clear? Similarly, for the second class, this is first class. For the second class, 10 to 20. Similarly, third class and so on. These are the midpoints. Clear हो गया? Lower limit plus upper limit divided by 2. For example, in first case 0 to 10. So 0 plus 10. Clear?
Sir, 10 to 20 second page, मतलब 0 to 20 होगा क्या?
नहीं, 10 to 20.
Sir, 15.
Then that means we have to find the midpoint. ना midpoint क्या होगा वो? Parallelly में lower limit की upper limit इन दोनों को ऐड करेंगे डिवाइड बाय 2 करेंगे.
Okay. Okay, sir. Upper limit, lower limit plus करके divided by 2.
fx. Okay. See.
F into x.
Clear? अब देखो बेटा, in this, first of all, for the direct method, we find fx. This is frequency.
This is value.
Yeah. X is my mid value is this.
Frequency into value.
Frequency into value जो भी value आएगा. तो frequency पहले वाला किया गया, frequency 6, value variable is 5. तो multiply कर 30.
Yes.
30. Similarly, 15 into 5, 75, and so on. Sorry, निकाल. Clear?
Okay, sir.
Now, for shortcut method, subdivision. See, ये clear हो गया यहाँ तक तो. Direct method निकालूंगा तो क्या करूँगा? See, for the direct method, इसका total, that is summation of fx 1670 divided by total number 50. Divide here, we got the 33.4.
सर ये जो फॉर्मूला है ये मतलब सब टाइम फिक्स रहेगा ना?
हाँ, यही देगा. अच्छे से याद कर लो इसको. ठीक है.
Okay.
Clear, beta? Now,
Yes,
Step
I got
division
it. Got
method.
it.
Step division. We always use the step division method for the continuous series. If the question is like this, in this continuous format, all the ranges are given like this, 0 to 10, 10 to 20, whatever it is. If the ranges are given, then we always use this kind of series is called a continuous series. For the continuous series, we always use the step division method. Let's start with the step division method. What is it? Right? See, in the step division method, first of all, we find the mid values, that is midpoint of this, right? Right? Now,
Yes.
then see how many numbers are there? 1, 2, 3, 4,
7.
5, 6, 7, right? For the 7 number, find out the centrally located number, that is 35.
Yes.
Okay. We put some name here, like we put the name D. D is equals to, formula is for the D, I told you,
X minus 35.
say F on H. Right? Now, H. H is difference of these number. Right? Here H is difference between these two numbers, between 10 and 20.
Okay, sir.
That is 10, right?
Yes.
10 and a? Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Now, 35 centrally located है. We assume, we take this as a assume mean. A is a called assume mean. हम एक X में से कोई एक number, कोई भी number choose कर सकते हैं. You can take any number, 5, 10, 25, 65, whatever, rather than any number. But the ideally we use the centrally located number which are in this series, that is a 35. So we take A is a 35. A 35, right?
सर यहाँ पे नंबर ये 35 मिड पॉइंट हो गया, बट जब 6 नंबर होगा तब
कोई बात नहीं, लेके देखना आंसर सेम. करके देखना ना, ये क्वेश्चन नोट कर लेना, करके देखना, ठीक है?
ओके सर.
सो डी हमने दे दिया x minus 35. 35 is assume mean. Assume mean we can take from values x, right? Divided by h. H is a difference of these number, that is a 10 in each every case. So we take 10. Now find the calculation. D is 35. So first number is 5. 5 minus 35. Minus 30. Minus 30 divided by 10. Minus 3. So here it's minus 3, right? Clear?
Yes.
Similarly, for all values, we got these values. Clear? Clear? Clear, beta?
Yes, sir. Sir, -2 is x is equal
Minus
to
of 15 minus 35.
oh,
Minus 20 divided by 10, that is minus 2, right?
yes.
Okay. Next column is F into D. F into D. This is F frequency. D is this, multiply this. 6 into minus 3 minus 18. 5 into minus 2 minus 10, and so on. Clear?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Total care, total is comes to be a minus 8. Right? Summation of FD comes to minus 8. The formula is A plus summation of FD into N into H. H आगे लिख दे, that is something. Okay. The A in this case is 35. We assume mean we have to 35 plus H is 10. FD total of FD is minus 8 upon this number. Right? On solving these two, answer comes to be 33.4. Right? With the direct mean तुमने किया था, आंसर ही सेम 33.4.
Okay.
Right? Okay. Do one thing. Let me do one practice one question. Same this question.
सर -8 कहाँ से आया?
कौन सा माइनस?
सर
कौन सा
एफ डी
बेटा?
वाले में जो -8 जो आया ना एफ डी वाले में,
हाँ, ये
वो
इसको
कैसे?
टोटल
हाँ,
किया ना, इसका टोटल किया ना, माइनस सब ऐड किया फिर प्लस ऐड किया तो इसको टोटल किया. करना आता है आपको? सी ये पहले प्लस वाले सब ऐड किया, कितना आया इस प्लस वाले को ऐड करना?
Yes. 28.
28, राइट?
Plus 28 और माइनस
अब माइनस ये करता है 28 minus 18 minus 10 into minus
28 36 minus 36.
ये 28 हो गया ना.
Yes sir.
minus 18 plus 10
Sir
minus
minus 36
तो minus
plus
8 आ गया.
28.
हाँ तो
Yes,
minus
yes.
8 आ गया.
Yes.
क्लियर है?
यस सर.
वो -8 प्लस यहाँ पुट कर दिया हमने, निकाला. ओके, डू विद दिस. हम इसी क्वेश्चन को एक बार रिपीट करेंगे, आप अपने हाथों से एक बार करो. इन दैट यू टेक एज्यूम मीन एज 25 ले लो या 45 ले लो, इधर 5 और 45 कोई भी ले लो और इसको सॉल्व करो. अभी सॉल्व करो.
Okay sir.
आई गिव यू 5 मिनट. जल्दी.
Sir step deviation method पे.
Yes.
सर अभी थोड़ा टाइम लगे, थोड़ा।
करो करो करो, प्लीज टेक योर टाइम।
सर थोड़ा टेबल को नीचे करेंगे आप, डेटा नजर नहीं आ रहा। थैंक यू सर। Five into minus one. No. 5. उसके बाद में 8 into 0. 15 into 7 into 7
सर यहाँ पे तो 43.6 आ रहा है।
ए क्या लिया है?
सर यहाँ पे तो 43.6 आ रहा है मेरे।
आपने ए क्या लिया है? वैल्यू ऑफ ए
सर 45।
45। ओके, वैल्यू ऑफ डी कितनी आ रही है आपकी?
सर वैल्यू ऑफ डी -7।
नहीं नहीं, शुरू से बोलो ना, क्या क्या आ रही है?
सर 6 to 10, 5 minus 45/10, मतलब 0 to 10 रेंज को बोल रहा हूँ।
नहीं, आपकी डी की वैल्यू, जैसे इसमें डी आ रहा है ना, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3।
सर डी का वैल्यू -4, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2।
हाँ ठीक है, सबसे ऊपर -4 है ना?
सर यस सर, सबसे ऊपर -4, सेकंड
हाँ, तो आगे
-3,
-24
-2,
है।
-7 आ रहा है
अरे
टोटल।
एफ डी की वैल्यू कितनी आई? -24 पहली।
यस सर, यस सर,
हाँ, -24।
यस सर, यस।
सेकंड -15। सेकंड -15 है ना?
यस सर, यस सर, यस सर।
और थर्ड आ गई -16।
यस सर, -16,
देन -15,
-2,
-15, देन 0, फिर 12, फिर 9।
then 0,
-15, फिर 0, फिर 12, फिर 9। नहीं 9 नहीं, सॉरी, 6 और 6,
6,
12।
6, 6,
हाँ ठीक है।
12 and 6। यस सर।
0, 6 and 6, यही आई है ना?
यस सर। सर ओ ठीक है, ठीक है, अभी ठीक है वो।
completely
सर मैं एफडी को नहीं किया, ओनली डी का वैल्यू लिया इसीलिए।
अच्छा, करो करो।
31.4
वो चेक कर लो, मैंने किया नहीं कैलकुलेट। आप कैलकुलेट करके देखो ना, सबकी वैल्यू सेम आ रही है क्या? कितना टोटल?
सर थोड़ा थोड़ा और टाइम सर।
-58
यस, -58 आएगा। आप कैलकुलेट करो।
31.4
आ गया, मैच कर गया।
Yes, sir. Got it.
33 point.
Sir, same value.
सेम आ गया.
Yes.
Yes, sir. I
Yes, sir.
got same
33
value.
point.
ओके. अब देखो, दिस इज द मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट क्वेश्चन. ऐसे ही क्वेश्चन एग्जाम में आएंगे एंड देयर इज 90% चांस कि क्वेश्चन ही आएगा.
Sir, one question.
हाँ, ऐसा टू फाइंड द मीन और इसी तरह का डेटा
Okay.
होगा.
Okay, sir. Okay. Got it.
ठीक है. सो मैं आज का 1 आवर की क्लास लूंगा, मैं नेक्स्ट क्लास में ले लूंगा और ज्यादा. इसका मैं अभी शेयर करता हूँ, आप इससे रिलेटेड क्वेश्चन ट्राई करना. मैं अभी शेयर कर रहा हूँ डेटा.
Yes, sir. Sir, please slide share कर दो, sir.
स्लाइड्स कर दो. ये पूरी मैं नोट ये कर दो. ये बुक की एक मैंने डाउनलोड की हुई है, आप इसमें से प्रैक्टिस कर लेना.
ठीक है सर, वो पूरी शेयर कर दो सर. पहले स्लाइड भी नहीं शेयर किया.
वो सब इसी से करवा रहा हो तो इसमें पढ़ लेना, अच्छा होगा. आप पढ़ भी लोगे पूरी अच्छे से.
ओके
कर दो.
सर. ओके सर.
चलो
यस सर.
ठीक है.
ओके, थैंक